Hi, today we're going to talk about taking your traced over AutoCAD drawing of your project for your plaque and splitting it up so that it can be in its proper form to be brought into Mastercam so you can check all the tool paths and do a bunch of work there so that you know you're going to end up with a successful plaque. So you will have to make a bunch of layers and they're going to be related to your actual design. So I would have my sketch in front of me that I already did and handed in, you know, my chosen sketch out of the 3 that I handed in. And then I would have traced over my choice for my plaque. And then I would have scaled this up or down to fit into a 10 by 14 block. So this is 10, this is 14. And I have a 1/2 inch border, and this could obviously be vertical. It could have been 14 tall and 10 wide. I just chose this format, and this is the maximum size for my plaque. So I've got my drawing all ready to go, and now I need to, again, change it so that it's ready to go into Mastercam and then do the toolpaths to mill all this out. I do have a plan. This is going to be the surface. This hat will be the surface of the plaque along with the border. The face is going to be the next part down, and then the dress is the 3rd part down. This is some engraving I want to do on the face and also down here on the body. Then the 3rd part down is the arms and legs, and the last part down are the hands and the feet. And the last part down, so that was 4th, the last part down is the actual part of the plaque that's like the border part, this part that's all scooped out. And in here I'm going to indicate where I want my LEDs to be. So the maximum depth that I can mill is down 1/4 inch in total. So I think if we check, this is the surface of the project along with this border. The face is going to be 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers, 4 layers, and the 5th layer going down. So if I take the maximum depth I can mill, which is 1/4 inch, and divide it by the 5 layers that I need to go down, I'm going to end up with 0.05 as the depth of each layer. So the face is going to be down 0.05, 0.1, 0.15, 0.2, and 0.25. All right. That makes perfectly good sense. Again, I point out that this area right here, critical that it be 0, 0. So that when we put this into the machine with all of its code, that it's going to fit onto the milling machine. All right, so let's get started on our next step. What I'm going to have to do is I have 5 layers, so I'm going to have to break this up into 5 particular layers. So I'm going to view. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Right, okay, so zoom out. And I'll probably go a little bit more out. And I can make these a lot smaller by just doing regen all. So just some tips for you in case you didn't know that. So view and regen all, and they'll go back to a normal size. I want to pan this over, so I'm just going to grab pan and slide that over. And now I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bunch of copies. I know that I want at least 5 copies. Now I could make layers for the engraving too, and but they're on their specific spots. If they're not, if they're touching these lines, I'd have to make their own layer. So I'm just going to make 5 layers. So here I go. So, or 5 copies of this. Actually, I'll make 6 just in case I need one more. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to modify, and I'm going to copy. I'm going to do the whole thing, and enter. And then base point that I want to select from, which is here, and then I'm just going to start plunking guys in. There we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put some up top. Maybe I'll even make 7. Who cares for now? Okay. Escape. All right, so I have a bunch of copies. This, again, is my original one sitting on 00. Okay, and I am going to make these different colors, and I'm gonna call them their colors, if you like. So format, layer, and I'm going to call them whatever they are. So make a new layer. Oops. And so I'm going to backspace this, and I'm going to call this the face, because that's one of my layers. And so I'm going to make that, I think, maybe red. Okay. And I'm going to make another layer here. So that one's done. I'm going to make another layer. I'm going to make this the hat. And I'm going to make that a different color. Right? I want to make sure I choose a bunch of different colors. You know, I want to choose ones you can see. I'm going to make another new one here. So I'm going to make this the dress. And I'm going to make this color sort of a pink color. So, okay. And I'm going to, not going very quickly here, am I? I'm going to make the arms and legs. And I'm going to make them, you know, maybe just sort of, got that color already there, that color will work. And hands and feet. So hands and feet. Hands and feet. And I'm going to make them another different color. I don't know, this color here. And then I'm going to make one that's called, it's very important, it's called the outline. So this is the outline. And I'm just going to pick another sort of different color. Let's try that. All right, that should be good. So I'm going to close this down. I have all these cool layers, and I'm going to just make copies of them all now. So I'm going to grab this guy, and go to the layer guy, stick that on the, let's go with the hat layer. Escape, and this is going to be the face layer, and escape, and this is going to be the dress layer, escape, enter, and this is going to be the arms and legs, and oops, what am I doing? Sorry about that. Face. Oops. No, that's the legs. And then this guy is, oh, maybe I already did. Check this one. Hands and feet. Escape. I think I believe this one here. Yeah, it's supposed to be the dress. Okay, escape. And then the last one is the outline, I believe. Sorry for taking so long. Outline. And escape. All right, so I'm going to get rid of this guy. I don't really need this one. Delete. Okay, that one's a little tough to see, but maybe we'll pick that as a different color because that's kind of important. So I'm just going to go here to layer and pick a different color for that. That guy is really tough to see. So maybe up a little better. Yeah, that shows up a little better. Okay. All right. So, although those are kind of similar, but anyway, not a big deal. So I have all of my layers now, and now what I need to do is get rid of all the things that are not required on the layer. So this particular layer right here, if I select it, is the hat. So I want to make sure I get rid of everything except for the hat. So I am going to, and I will leave the border, but I'm going to get rid of everything else. So let me just start here by getting rid of all of this. Deleting. I'm just going to roll in here so we can see. Delete. And delete. And delete. And then I don't need any of these guys. Oh, right there. Crossing block. Delete. So I think you noticed that I should have done a crossing. And then I just have to touch them to delete them. Okay, that's great. That's done. This guy over here is the face. So again, I'm going to get rid of everything but the face. So get rid of this. And this. Get rid of these two lines, delete, and then I will have to trim this out. So modify, trim, enter, and so all lines are trimmable, and there's the face. Awesome. And then this guy over here is the dress. So again, probably catching on here. So this is the dress, so I'm going to get rid of everything but the dress. Over there. Delete. Oops, delete. Delete. I'm going to have to trim this, so I'll get rid of some of the other stuff first. And I'm going to trim. It's trimmable. And obviously, I'm going to get rid of the details. Great, got rid of that. I kept the engraving. It's not touching the dress, so it will work. This guy is the hands and feet. And this guy is the arms and legs. I'm going to skip over here to this one because it's kind of more important. This is the outline. So I'm going to leave the LEDs on, and I'm just going to keep an outline all the way around. So this is just one way all the way around so that I can mill out my plaque all in this area in here. So there's a lot of trimming. Modify and trim. Enter. So basically, I'm moving around. So look, if I start here, I come here, I got rid of that so that now there's this choice here. I trim this away, it turns here. Now I got to get rid of that guy right there so that it comes around the corner, comes around. I got to get rid of this because there can just be only a single outline all the way around. So gone, 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 gone. I'm doing well. Gone, gone. And now I have a continuous outline all the way around. I don't need anything else to go. I mean, I could leave these here because they don't touch anything, but I'll probably just get rid of them anyway. I just want the outline of the project, okay, because I'm going to mill between the border and here. Okay, that's the first part, and I will continue with the second part in a minute.